Hey guys, this is Mark from PixelFiendTech.com, and today I'm going to be comparing the Google Maps app and the Apple Maps app. Okay, so a while ago when Apple released their own Maps application and scrapped the Google one as a stock app, Apple got a lot of stick and people generally seem to prefer the Google app, and that was possibly about a year ago now. So I'm just going to say kind of a year on how they're coping against each other. So first I'm just going to open the Google one up, and you can see it loads fairly quickly. It has this kind of minimal design, nice design of the streets. You can clearly see where everything is. When you zoom in, more names appear. When you zoom out, they disappear again. Then you've got the search bar to search for places, and then if you flick over to the side, you can change it to all these different settings. So for example, on satellite, you can see there it still shows the yellow line for the main road, and you can zoom in and out, and it looks fairly good there. Now let's compare that to Apple Maps. So you open it up and it still loads fairly well. It has a slightly more cartoony design, and still when you zoom in and out, those names appear and disappear. Now I can click on the information button down here and select satellite, and you can see here it loads up again, though it doesn't highlight the main road like Google Maps did, though personally I don't think that is too big of an issue. Now Apple Maps also has a 3D feature which does not work well in most places. For example, where I am here, you can see it just kind of looks like a tilted image. Things don't really look 3D there. But if you go to places like New York, for example, I will just quickly go over there. Generally, the maps look slightly better, so I will zoom in here, and hopefully, if this loads correctly, you should be able to see the 3D function working fairly well if I turn that on. So I think the 3D is on. It doesn't say here. Oh, here's the 3D. Okay, so here you can see the 3D really does work quite well. For example, on this side you can see this side of the building, and then if I twist round, you can only see that side of the building. So it works really well on those high buildings, and that is certainly a cool design feature, though as I said, in most smaller cities it does not work that well. So I'll just go back to where I am, turn off 3D, and put it back to the standard mode. Now one thing that I like about Apple Maps that Google Maps doesn't have is that you see, if you look in the top right corner here, I'm not sure if you can see that, I will just zoom in for you. When I pinch and zoom in and out, you can see the scale changing, so you can usually see the scale. And also next to that, you can see a compass. Now for some reason here, the compass does not seem to be working too well, and it just keeps pointing in the same direction, but usually that does work for me, and that is a handy feature. So overall, to be honest, I don't think there's too much of a big deal between these two apps. They both work well, they both have good design. Apple Maps does have that 3D version, though it does not work well in smaller places, though you can easily turn that off if you don't want to use it. The compass and the scale are handy things that don't seem to appear on the Google Maps, but generally they both work fairly well. For some reason, I seem to find that Google Maps app is slightly faster, which is odd because you would think that the stock app would work better. Though that is just something that's happened with me, and it may be different for someone else. Personally, I wouldn't bother going out and getting a second Maps app, as you of course cannot delete the stock app. So, if you're fed up of the design of Apple Maps, then Google Maps is for you, though to be honest, I wouldn't go out your way to get it, as Apple Maps does pretty much everything that Google Maps does. If you disagree with me, please leave a comment, and I will hopefully get back to you there. If you enjoyed this video, just give it a like and a share. Thank you very much for watching. See you.